Indian Composite Culture and Indian Constitution. It's a innovative topic. Everybody is discussing that Indian Constitution is a separate entity, okay, from our cultural heritage, our culture, our civilization, etc., etc. But now it is a very difficult task. Okay, it is a very important task. It is a very important topic. UPSC has given many times the topics related to Indian composite culture or Indian pluralism, etc., etc. Both are same. Now Indian Constitution. Now we should discuss the Indian composite culture as far as the Indian Constitution is concerned, or else Indian Constitution as far as the Indian composite culture is concerned. So India has been moving under the supreme guidance of the Indian Constitution for the last 72 years. Okay, without any problems. It has been facing very severe mountainous tasks or Herculean tasks, okay, like emergency, like 1992 Babri Masjid demolition, 2002 Gujarat communal rights, followed by Godhra carnage, train carnage, and so many crises, and 1991 economic crisis, the end of the Cold War or USSR collapse in 1990, 1991, Gulf War. On external front and as far as the internally also, India has been facing so many problems. Even Naxalism is also. Various separatist movement, state separatist and various northeast separatist movement. War and terrorism. Okay, unabated international terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Punjab issues, Punjab disturbances in 1980s. Okay, we have been facing so many troubles. Okay, after the end of the 2.5 centuries colonial rule, highly exploited. This is the tainted as far as the Indian entire civilization history is concerned. The Indian entire civilization has been plummeted to lowest level during the British era. Do you have any doubt? Okay, if you look at the Indian entire civilization history, okay, this is the colonial period, just like the mighty British period, around 2 centuries, was plummeted to lowest level in Indian civilization history. Immediately after that civilization history, India has, okay, pushed back from its plummeted lowest position to this one. The journey started like this. Okay, this journey, okay, started its journey from the ashes, rises from the ashes like this. This quotation applicable to India. This is one of the unparalleled journey in the human history. This India's cultural history. Such a history, okay, started its re-journey in 1947, or else the Constitution, when the Constitution came into effect 1950. Since then, it is uninterruptedly, it has been successfully, it is moving forward under the supreme guidance, the best of the befitted guidance of the Indian Constitution. Why it is able to guide such a unparalleled civilization on the earth? What is the speciality of this Constitution? Or else what is the relationship between this Constitution and Indian composite culture, which is unparalleled? No such culture on the no such culture on the earth's surface. Such a greatest constitution, such a greatest composite culture has been moving forward under the guidance of the Indian Constitution. Therefore, there must be some kind of relationship between these two. What is that relationship? We have to find out this part in this essay. Definitely there must be some relation. What is that relation? Many constitutional experts, okay, in the world criticizing that Indian Constitution is ransacked, prepared after the ransacking of the around 60 Constitution, and the Britishers are claiming that Indian Constitution has been gifted by them. Okay, there are many criticisms. Even from the Indians also, sometimes they are looking that Indian Constitution came from the British era, British rule. The Britishers has gifted. Even mistakenly, even Indians also, that is the perception among the Indians as well. What is the reality? Okay, if it is true, how it can guide it for the last 72 years? Is it not possible now? Absolutely it cannot possible. If it is adopted from the Britishers, from the British or any other democracies, okay, it could not, okay, it could not move forward, it could not guide it. There must be some kind of relationship between this composite culture or India's civilization history and Indian constitution. Then only it is able to guide it. What is that? We have to find out. As far as the TSPSC is concerned, there is one section is there. In that section, this dynamics of Indian politics and Indian cultural and heritage. So there may be some interrelated topic may come up. Okay, this is a new, innovative topic. So we should do it. Okay, nowadays this is the biggest problem to face such topics. First, we should understanding the topic. Understanding the topic, because it is very toughest topic now. This is one topic. This is one topic. We have to prepare, and this is building up of essay is very difficult. Such topics. Now you are learning a new way. Okay. Understanding the topic comes to our procedure. Understanding the question. First understand the question. What is the one? Task words. What are the task words here? Define. We have to define what is Indian composite culture, and we have to define the Indian constitution and what is the relationship between these two. That's what. This is the task words main. First of all, define. Next, compare. Compare. It is most important thing here. First you should do it. Then we can get into the topic. Next, discuss. Next, discuss. Next, examine. Discuss. Analysis. Analyze. Explain. Analyze, explain, elucidate. This elucidation is more important here. After this comparison, we have to do elucidate. Elucidation, what is that? We have to expose the relationship between these two. Okay? Elucidate. Another thing is explore. What do you mean by explore? We have to investigate the relationship between these two. Exploration. Mineral exploration. We have to digging out. This is a elucidation and this is a, both appear to be same but is a different. Okay? We have to explore. These both are more important in this essay. Okay, next, critically review. Critically examine and review. Both are important. Because we have to critically review or examine how this Indian Constitution is moving, guiding it for the last 70 years. We have to critically review it. If there is any kind of relationship between these two, we have to explore and elucidate the relationship between these two. Next, what we have to do? Illustration. If it is true, how it is able to moving forward this composite culture? We have to review. If it could not guide it, there would not be any relation between these two. So these things are more important. Explain the reasons behind this one. Okay? These things are more important as far as this essay is concerned. Task words. Next one? Keywords. Keywords. What are the keywords here?
Indian Constitution.
Constitution, composite culture first of all. Composite culture. Next, Indian Constitution. And the relationship between these two. Relationship between these two, that is more important here. The keywords. Next, content words, similar in nature. Content words are also similar. Next,
Limiting word. Limiting.
Next, content words, limiting words. This is content words. Content words, similar. Next, fourth, limiting words. Limiting words. What are the limiting words here? Limiting words are three kinds. Number one, geographical. Geographically, what is?
India.
This is the Indian composite culture, and Indian constitution is confined to Indian subcontinent only. India. Okay? Indian subcontinent. Subcontinent. No need to go beyond the Indian subcontinent. Next, time. Indian culture, as far as Indian culture is concerned, it is since its origin. And Indian constitution since 1950 onwards. Both are important, but we have to combine it. Here we will prove that Indian constitution is an evolutionary product of Indian composite culture. That's why it is able to guide it. The simple thing here in this essay, the major thing is, finally we will come to conclusion that the Indian constitution is an evolutionary product of the Indian composite culture. That is why it is able to guide it. Have you understood? The Indian constitution is an evolutionary product of the Indian composite culture. That is why it becomes an integral part of this Indian civilization, and it is able to guide it. That's all simple. That's what our theme. Finally, we can understand, we can explain it. Okay? Time. That's why this time is since immemorial. Next one. As far as subjects, this is mostly cultural, various cultural features of various culture, as well as other things as well.
Philosophy.
Almost all dimensions it will come up, but we will have to touch upon the all dimensions of this topic. Because composite culture, what do you mean by composite culture? The culture which includes socio, economical, cultural, science and tech, environment, psychological, philosophical and cultural. Out of the cultural, every sphere. So it is more important. Unless we have economical prosperity and social progress and political stability, there is no cultural progress. That's why we have to touch upon every dimension. Remember it. So it is every dimension it has. But combined we have to discuss it. Okay? Next, fifth, subtopics. Any subtopics here? No subtopics. Finally there is one. Indian composite culture and Indian constitution. That's all simple. Single topics. We need not divide it. That is, the fifth element of this fifth component of the question is sub-questions. Number of sub-questions. No sub-questions. Okay? This is what? How to understand the topic, the given topic of the general essay. Now we can able to understand this one. This is what we have to do. Task words. These task words mean question tags, question words. These things are there mostly. As essay is nothing but, general essay is nothing but an argumentative piece of writing, which means question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. That's what, in this way it will become the argumentative piece of writing. We have to argue. Okay? Next, keyword. These are the important keywords and even relation between these two. Content words, these words similar. These words will help you to expand this topic until 1000 words or 1200 words. Next, limiting words to reduce this topic and to confine to this topic. Okay? Next one, sub questions. If there is any questions, we should not lose the sight of the sub questions as well. But however, in this topic there is only one topic. Next one, what is the next one? Structure. Draft structure. Next thing is draft structure. Out of this draft structure, okay. First one is introduction. Within the page. Next, finally, conclusion. Finally, conclusion. In between these two, what we have to do? What is the introduction? What kind of introduction is better? There are 5 ways to give introduction to any given topic. Okay. What is the best type for this introduction for this topic?
Quotation.
Any quotation or else any story? Because here the quotation, no quotation is suitable to define both. That's what. Our own quotation sometimes. Okay, our own quotation may be far better. This is also most important. What kind of?
Story.
Okay. After the introduction, definition part. Definition. This definition part include what do you mean by composite culture? And constitution and relation between these two. Relation between these two. This is what we have to explain. After this definition part, introduction, definition part, we will enter into this topic. Main body. Main body. What should be the main body? Geographical dimension. Okay. Next, historical dimension. Out of this historical dimension is very tougher, and in every dimension we have to explain how there is a relationship between these two. This is what we have to explain. Next, what would be the next better? Cultural dimension. This is what more important. Okay, historical and culture. Sometimes we can mix these two as well. Historical and this one. Next, social. Okay. Next, economical. Next, political. Next, philosophical. Next, environmental. Psychological, etc. This is what. These are all dimensions are more important for this essay. Finally, conclusion. Okay, it is also broad essay. Next come to this conclusion. Now this introduction. As far as this introduction is concerned, what kind of introduction is better? This is the toughest topic, you know. If it is this, if it appears in the essay examination, okay, everybody will be surprised. Will face to compose essay. You know what is Indian Constitution. You know something about Indian composite culture. But these two combined, you have to discuss it. That is a tough task. That is the toughest task. Introduction. What is the introduction? What kind of introduction is better? Introduction. Just write up. We will frame something. India is known as an epitome of composite culture or pluralism. Full stop. It is a melting pot. Comma. An anthropological museum. A miniature of the earth. Comma. A kaleidoscopic culture. Etc. And so on. Full stop. These descriptive statements as far as Indian civilization or India as far as Indian civilization or India is saying that India is indeed, unparalleled, unique, civilization or culture, unique civilization as far as its huge diversity, its immense diversity, right now, its immense diversity. At the same time, it's unifying force, which is undercurrent, like a butter in a milk, which is mysterious, which is mysterious and difficult to understand. Only few greatest personalities like Vivekananda, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and even foreigner Max Muller. Frederick Max Muller understood it. India is a not a mere name. India is not a mere name or noun. India is not a mere noun or name. It's a concept. Next paragraph. Okay. From such a living one of the oldest and uninterrupted civilization the greatest Indian constitution has emanated as a evolutionary product of as a continuous evolutionary product of uninterrupted Indian civilization. Full stop. In other words means we will brief up. We will make it condense the above sentence. In other words, the Indian Constitution emanated, use the same word, emanated, emanated from Indian civilization, emanated from the Indian civilization and become integral part of it